Welcome to C2C World TV. I'm Yvonne Jones, your host for today's series that's called By Entrepreneurs for Entrepreneurs with our lovely co-host, Robin Eddleman, and special guest this evening, Clevin Lark. Today's show is sponsored by Edible Home Gardens, Ranch, RV, and Tiny Home Resort Communities that offers affordable rates starting at only $250 a month up to $500 a month with free organic food. Investors can earn between 7% up to 35% fixed return on investment. Call us at 417-664-4424 to get more info. We are excited this evening to introduce to you a very special and creative guest who is active across various platforms as an ambassador for Santa Monica, California. Cleveland is actively supporting businesses in the USA and Canada that are in need of an extra financial boost or solar energy. Join us in welcoming Clevin Lark to C2C World TV. Start us out this evening, Clevin, by discussing how you got involved in various marketing strategies that help so many people.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, both people, allowing me to be on your program today. First, I would like to share with you that the name, how did I come up with the name Biz Edge Essential Services? First of all, as you know, businesses, they need all types of funding. And also for having any type of business, they need different types of things that are essential for their business to grow. And so when I first started this about 6 years ago, I was with one company, and that one company, the way they operated was if you had revenue at the end of the month, what was left over, that's what they would look at. And it had to be at least 15 grand a month for 3 consecutive months.
Mm.
And so that kind of limited me a little bit for some, because when I joined a online program to meet other business owners, that became a problem for some of them because they didn't have the type of money on a monthly basis, or their credit score was below the 550. So I had to find another business that would definitely could benefit them to grow their business. And so what started off was what is essential to all the different businesses. Money
Mhm.
is definitely number one. You have to
Mhm.
have money somehow, but then one size does not fit all.
Right.
So that was another reason why I decided to join with more than one company, but made sure that the companies I signed up with definitely had a track record that would definitely be there for the business owner. And so that's how it kind of got started. Biz Edge Essential Services basically means you need an edge to get ahead. You're
Yes,
in business, but
that's
you also have essential needs and maybe more than one essential need. So
mhm.
that's why I became the Biz Edge Essential Services because I understood that. And now, since I've been doing this now for, like I said, about 6 years now, I have multiple companies I'm with that definitely can do just that, that help any business owner, no matter what area of business it may be. But later on, of course, solar came into being.
Mm.
Now, solar in the industry today and some time now has a bad taste in some people's mouth, especially with
Mhm.
realtors. They don't really like solar
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
it's been done so many times the wrong way. Either this person who comes to your door tells you, okay, we can give you solar, you need to go get this credit card or go to your bank and get this here done. Our solar for your home, as well as for commercial property, doesn't cost you anything out of pocket. There is no down payment to get this particular solar. What this solar does for your property or your home is give it more value. And if it's a home, then it definitely will increase your equity of your home too as well. So being in business for myself with others to help any business owner to achieve their financial goals, the growth of their business, whether they want to expand or they need money for that, or they may want to buy a franchise in case if they are franchise, and they want to buy another one. Well, I can help them with that. There are many different types of financial products out there. When I first started off, I had a product that was called revenue funding. Believe it or not, a lot of business owners are in the funding world did not know what that meant. I even was asked on a certain program, a B2B online program, asked me, what is revenue funding? It's exactly how it sounds. They look at your revenue and bank on that revenue that you will be, that's their kind of a collateral window they're looking at. That if you're making this amount of money each month for the last 3 months, then maybe we can talk and help you get the funding that you need.
Mhm.
Now, one of the questions I don't answer, I should say, is when they ask me, how much can you give? I'm
Mhm.
not going to answer that. But here's the reason why. I can share it on this program. It's basically up to close to $50 million. But here's the thing: if you're making in revenue 15,000 per month, you're not getting $50 million. Okay, it's not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not going to happen. So imagine, for instance, there's three restaurants. Each restaurant do exactly the same type of business, maybe a pizza business or a burger business, and they both want 20 grand.
Hmm.
One is going to pay back 24,000, another one's going to pay back 30,000, and another one's going to pay back 35,000. Why? If they have the same thing, same making the same amount of money. Why? One had one bounce check in their business. One
Mm-hmm.
had two. The other one had three, which is the max.
Hmm.
So depends on what your debt situation is will determine. So I can't ask a person, but well, what rate do you charge? That's not the right question. It depends on what your debt level is. Have you been paying, making your payments? That's what we're looking at.
Exactly.
So, then since I did sign up with other companies, I'm connected right now with 500 plus alternative funders.
That's
Some
Oh,
are,
amazing.
yes, some
yeah.
are banks, some
Mhm.
are private investors, and each one has their own kind of rules of what they're looking for.
Right.
So to ask me that question, how much your rate? How much you It will depend. And then also on top of that, I forgot to tell you that when you get a credit pull, it's a soft pull. So it's never nothing going
Oh,
against
that's
you.
wonderful.
And everything that I have is always a soft pull.
Oh,
You
that's
never have to worry about
wonderful.
that.
That
People,
is
if you don't
good.
know what a soft pole versus a hard pole is that means that he's going to help you without jamming up. I'm saying jamming, jamming up your credit report because
Yeah.
Correct.
what's going to happen is only people start hitting on you, and then
Hmm.
bam, bam, and all of a sudden now your scores are just dropped. I mean,
Yes, yes.
and people don't realize that. And I used to argue with because I don't know Cleveland if you know anything about me on the my history, but I ran a mortgage industry for 25
Yes, I
years,
remember. Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And I can relate to everything you're saying. And
Hmm.
for him to be that well connected with all these different platforms and funding abilities is a gift actually. And
Correct.
you got to hook up with Cleveland for if you want money for your business or because you do both
Yeah.
residential and business, right?
Correct. Correct.
That's
Exactly.
amazing. I mean, now I'm trying to get him to work with me because for both solar and financial because we've got investors, and so we're going to be trying to using him for some of the finishing off of what we're going to be doing, and
Hmm.
especially for the solar. I mean, so we're in communication about that. I'm really excited. So go
Nice.
ahead and continue
Yeah.
on. I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but I was really excited about what you do.
Oh yes, most definitely, no problem. If you ever have any questions, I'm feel free to ask away. But I love doing this because this is what I really get a joy out of it. I I'm going to use a restaurant as an example. When I go to a business owner, that business owner is a restaurant, for instance, and that business owner, this is their baby. They got this business. They left everything. They left corporate America, so to speak, and now they're trying to get their business to grow. If I come in there and give that business owner exactly tailored to what their needs are, I didn't just help that business person there. I also help the employees that works there.
Mm-hmm.
Because without that business being there, the employees would be at the unemployment line.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm helping families now at the same time.
Exactly.
That one shot deal, that gives me a great joy because I just help not just one person, but I help a group of people and families to keep thriving what they're trying to do. And so that's incredible to me.
Yeah.
Especially in this time, when you need somebody in your corner.
Yes.
Everybody listen, you need Cleveland in your corner. I'm just telling you right now. This is
Yeah.
the guy to go to. He's got it all going on. And he's got so much other stuff too that I'll give him a few minutes to just touch on that too. But some of the things, we maybe we wouldn't be using, but you might, and so he's got it all going. So I'm just saying this guy's got it. So I'm just thrilled. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm get a little
Oh,
excited
that's okay.
just
It's
but
okay.
and interject because
And
you are
also
doing a lot.
just to let you know, I talked to a professional business person who does branding. And when I shared with this person my business name, they didn't think it was a good fit.
Mhm.
Biz Edge Essentials Services, what's that? That doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, well, if you're in my mind, I was thinking if you're a professional, you would take whatever I have and help me to make it out there,
Mhm.
whatever it needs to be. If I said to you these three letters, IBM, what are you
Mhm.
thinking about when I say IBM?
Yeah, it's just IBM. Everybody knows IBM, right?
Yeah, but do you remember what it stands for?
International business. I think something I forget. International
International Business Machines Corporation.
Machines. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, so I had to come up with a name which is spelled BESS,
Mm-hmm.
which stands for Business Essential Services.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
but now my website link, though, however, my link to see what I offer, it kind of explains what I do. My website is money and business solutions dot biz.
Love it. I used to have financial solutions.
Aha.
It's a really
Okay.
good name.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
But yeah, so wonderful. I think you have so much to offer. Continue on. I keep interrupting here. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So now, when it comes down to business funding, that's just one aspect, as you know. Another thing that's very important to every single business is what? Revenue.
Mm-hmm.
That's why part of the name of the business is Revenue Solutions.
Mm-hmm.
What are those solutions? Well, wouldn't you like to keep more of your revenue than instead of just throwing it away?
Yes,
I
right.
have I have programs for that. Would you like to make more revenue? I have programs for that too. Another thing that keeps you having revenue is what? Cutting costs.
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
have services that can help you cut costs. So therefore that will make you stay more in profit mode than spending all the money that you make every time you open up your door to your business.
Right.
So whether that person is in business or in real estate, doesn't matter. I'm here to help.
Well, touch on a little bit about the savings, and how you're helping people actually
Well,
save.
one of the huge things is if you have a business that has to accept what business doesn't accept credit cards,
Mm-hmm.
that can become a very large bill at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Okay, now when it comes on well, they have a calculator that you can go to my site, put in the amount that you're spending right now
Mm-hmm.
every month on your credit card, and then it will tell you how much we can save you. That's even before you even sign up. That'll let you know exactly whether you're saving 5 grand a month because you came to me and I'm giving you the payment processing program that's which normally can save a person up to 95%. That means 9.5% of you now can keep instead of giving it away. Who
Love
wouldn't want to
it.
do that? Now since you
Exactly.
keep yeah. But now since you're keeping this extra money, what are you gonna do with it?
Mm-hmm.
I can help you even with advertising. What if you're trying to find a way the best way of advertising with the money you now are saving? And I also give you a good discount on that too as well. So now you have a chance to really promote your business without spending a lot of money and wasting a lot of time. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to
Great.
invite you to our c2cWorldTV.com website. We're working on that right now. We're looking for people just like you who want to
Hmm.
be content contributors to, you got so many different models and things that you could plug into and
Yes.
and connect with our C2C World TV audience and drive more business to you
Sure.
and use our platform for that as well here. So I just think it's a amazing opportunity for all of us to connect like this and
Hmm.
share. I mean, you can get like first page on our site with because of all
Yes.
you pull in your site into our site and it'll just go whoo, I mean, just people
Oh,
will
Okay.
see you, and I think it's great. Now you said you can do business in the USA and Canada. I think you might have mentioned something else. Why don't you elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, sometime one of the companies I joined when it comes down to funding, sometime that he will go out of USA if the scenario is a good one. Has to
Mm-hmm.
be a cut and dry one. Can't be something complicated and jumping through hoops. If it's real simple, but it makes a lot of sense and it has an easy way to really make a certain amount of money, he will go for it. And that he's done a lot of things in Hawaii. Some people have wanted to buy certain property in Hawaii, and they got the funds through this particular company that I'm with, and they definitely do that. So with me also being with more than one company, that's another reason why I had to come up with a name and put everything underneath the umbrella of
Right.
everything. So
Exactly.
that's why I did because I don't want to come. So I got the. Let me see this website, this, but no, no. I ask a few questions that lets me know who to direct you to.
Right.
Okay, and that makes it more simple. And everything is done online.
That's excellent.
So you already know what to look for. There's gonna be at least 3 months of your bank statement is going to happen. You got to have a 600 credit score or higher. But then there's also one company they don't care about your credit score. Not really.
Wow. Now, is that for the solar or for the funding
No,
side?
this is still for the funding for your business. So they even
Oh,
have
oh,
an unsecure type funding, and also they do personal too as well. If you want a personal loan,
Okay, let's go
Mm.
back to the business one where you just said they don't care about your credit score or something like that. How does that work? I mean, there's got to be something, some kind of, is it based on your bank statements or what is it based
Well, they do look at that. They will look at your income basically. How much money have you been bringing in? That's what they're gonna kind of look at and see has it
on?
been studied. Because if it's been going up and down, then they realize no, you're not a good fit. You're not a good
Too
fit for
risky.
they to your risk. You know.
Now, what if you had like reserves, like 6 months, like when we used to do mortgages and stuff like that? As long as the person had a 6 month reserve or maybe a 12 month reserve, do they look at that, or is it just strictly
Well, if it's
don't
more
give
in
it to
like
you?
maybe a accounts receivable type thing, like you know that you're about to get this certain amount of money, if you can prove it and the bank can show it, and some of the companies I'm will go with that and say yes.
It's an interesting, yeah, because that's interesting
Now
too.
keep in mind now, the more of a I want to say, but keep in mind too that if it's a more of a how can I say kind of slightly complicated, it may cost you a bit more
Oh,
Hmm.
yes.
because the more risk
Yeah.
they have to take, the more they're going to charge you. That's just how
Of
it goes. That's
course,
what's making
but
sense.
once you've proven with them, you can always refinance out. That's the way
Yes,
it
yes, they
works,
do
right?
that. They will do
Yeah.
that.
And it works in the
Yes.
mortgage world. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
once you're in it for 12 months or you paid up, certain, that the step letter up, sometimes it doesn't matter what that interest rate is. Now, do you
Hmm.
provide interest only loans as well?
Say it again.
And do you provide interest only loans as
Oh
well?
no. We have all different types. I mean, the list is too long to go through. Just letting you know right
But
now. We have all
but do you have interest only loans?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
yeah,
Oh,
because that's
nice.
my favorite. Okay, so um, my favorite was Greenpoint Mortgage back in the day, and
Hmm.
they had a beautiful interest only package. Back
Hmm.
then, it was like 3.25.
Hmm.
you know, and so who doesn't want that, right? So
Right,
Yeah.
it was an amazing
right.
loan. It was the best one. It was not one of those awful option arm ones at all. I never did those.
Hmm.
But yeah, so interest only. If anybody is interested, call Cleveland and ask them about interest only loans or whatever. You guys have
Yeah.
personal one on
It's a
one
whole
with
there's a
people.
lot of lists. There's over 20 different types of funding programs out there. A lot of people don't even know about
Yeah.
that you're gonna, become a part of and get part of that and really grow your business. But yeah, I mean, what happened? Do you have any questions? Let me know.
Well, now about the solar, I kind of showed you
Okay.
on our website homepage
Hmm.
about that format. Can you do like those types of things for individual, like the resorts, that we're doing with
Yes.
camp out
Yes,
and
we
stuff?
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm really looking for us, because
Okay.
each one of our resorts are going to have, different spots, right?
Okay.
So we're going to want individual things. Now, how do you tie that together? Do you have any idea how that kind of?
Well, basically, they have a thing that's like a little motor module that moves where the
Mhm.
sun moves,
Uh-huh.
and there'll be a grid that it will be connected to for those who are using drawing the power from, and that's
Mhm.
how that will be done in that aspect. It's only one company that I have that does that one. That's close to more to the between the commercial and home type programs. And I have one company that's just strictly home only. You know,
Mhm.
but each one of them still has no out of pocket. Now, I'll give
Yeah,
you the clue.
about that. Elaborate on that a little bit.
I'll give you the clue how they
I am
kind
so
of do
into that.
that. And this is how they do it. Normally, when you're in the solar business, and like I said earlier, a lot of solar companies have said the wrong thing, done the wrong thing. And some of the young guys knocking your door trying to offer you solar or says the wrong thing. They're not telling the complete truth.
Right.
One, we don't have a brick and mortar type building.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that savings right there, we pass it on to the customer.
Okay, that's
Okay.
good.
We have online training for us to go out and do what we need to go and do. Again, passing savings on to the customer. Then there are local and federal government type state programs that offset the cost that it would cost you.
Mm,
Therefore, there's nothing out of pocket.
that's
All has
amazing.
been filled into that deal with the incentives from the government and the local and federal. But therefore, there's no cost to you. So
Wow.
why should I charge you? And some solar companies in the past, what they've done, they will add more to it so
Mm-hmm.
that the person who's knocking at your door can make more money and the company can make more money. We're not about that.
Wow.
So the guy that started this one company, he didn't like that because that's how it was. So he just said, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna
Wow.
look out for the client and get the client the best deal, best solar deal. And we'll check your place for solar for free. And if it's not, would it be a building, commercial building, or home? If it's not for solar, we'll let you know.
Wow.
So down the road, if someone come knocking on the door, I'm gonna give you solar. They're lying. You already would know. I don't qualify.
Wow.
You know,
That's
so you know,
amazing.
so
You guys, just I'm telling you, you got to connect with Clevin. He's the guy.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. I
He's the
agree.
man.
Yeah,
He's the man. You know, you
yeah.
really got to get connected. I'm telling you, this is amazing. He's
I
got
do
so
have one more thing to share in that solar area that may shock you a bit. We also offer EV charging stations.
Oh, wow. Oh my God. See,
Now,
now, okay, I
as
gotta
you
say,
know,
go ahead.
as you know, that because of all these hybrid type cars we have today, is
Mhm.
an extremely shortage of EV charging stations.
Right, right. Oh my
Now,
goodness.
now, you're gonna love this part. Imagine at your location where you have some of the campers that they got their place there. What if there
Yeah.
was an EV charging station there? If your place is in the right location where there's a lot of traffic, the company I'm with will put one or more free at no charge to you.
Wow.
And if you own that land, that property will pay you a percentage of that charge to you. So basically, we're giving you something free and paying you for it.
Nice.
Okay, so here's the thing, okay, Cleveland, hold the brakes,
Yeah.
man. This is awesome because we're going to be having like on our resorts these like little souped up go-karts. They're not really going to be go-karts, but they're like the jazzy kind where you can travel, go around in your little community, and
hmm
you're going to need to charge those babies up, right? So I mean,
hmm
that's going to be awesome.
Yep. So if your place is one of those places that has makes a lot of traffic, which you do,
Hmm.
people need to them driving miles and miles out of their way to find a charging unit.
Wow,
It'd be already right there already.
that's amazing. How do I
And you get a
that? I
percentage of
don't.
that too. So that helps out a lot.
So I don't know anything about those to tell you the truth. Okay, so tell me in your own layman's terms, like when people have a car that's electric and they got to use them, is it like plugging into a gas station? You have to pay as a pump, or how
Yep.
does that
Yep.
work?
You
Is
just
there a,
like you do at the regular gas station. As you pay at the pump, you're going to pay for your vehicle being charged back up.
and is there,
And
how long do they have to hang around for that to charge up though?
it wouldn't be long. It also depends on the vehicle, though. I have to say that depends also on the vehicle too as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's some vehicles that are ready for the charge a lot quicker than others, but it won't take you. It shouldn't take as long as it would. Now some vehicles you will have to leave there to be charged. Like where I live right near here in Santa Monica, there's a place across the street called the Civic Center, and so what people do there, they work in this area. So when they get there, they just plug in their vehicle and leave. you know, and some of that come back and it's already charged, or they tell them how long it'll take for it to be charged. So you
Hmm.
know exactly how long, and you're not going to be able to overcharge it. It'll turn off. So you don't worry
Oh,
about, oh, it's going to overcharge and blow up. No, it won't overcharge and
that's
blow up.
good that it's just, oh, yeah.
So it's fixed that way so that this helps people who have those particular vehicles. You no longer have to drive miles. You're wasting more fuel or power just to go
Right.
out several miles to try to save because the hybrid cars is supposed to be able to help you to travel longer by having both, the electrical as well as the gas part and cut the cost what it costs you,
So
especially right now.
basically, our resorts can have a little eat one of those like quick shops, where you go in, get something to eat, whatever,
hmm
sit
hmm
down and get your charge on, right?
hmm Yep.
Yeah.
Charge
Yeah.
on.
So what ended up happening is that someone will be sent out and take an assessment of what everything is and how it looks. Then they can, bring out what they can actually do as far as how many, units should we put there? Would it be beneficial to you as the one who owns the property, and go from there. And
That's
then they'll let you also know too when the vehicles are getting charged. Then you'll be getting paid. So you'll be
what a
getting extra
nice
pay.
gig, side gig there. That's a really
Yeah.
excellent
Yeah.
side gig.
Yeah.
I love it. How many times do
Yeah.
I gotta say this? Connect with Cleveland. He's the man.
So so I'm there to help. Like I said, no matter if you're trying, even in the real estate world, that you maybe want to buy land, I can help you with that too as well.
Oh, geez, look at this guy. He's just got
So
everything that we're working on. I mean, what a match made in heaven here for business.
Yes.
Oh, I
Yep.
mean,
yeah,
yeah,
Helps make dreams come true.
I do my best.
yes. I mean, oh my goodness. He's got other stuff too that he's going on. We weren't going to really touch on all of that, but you might want to just like put a little keynote in there if you want to say something else, or if you had to finish on something on the financial side that we didn't hit. or
Well,
solar?
basically, there's I have a lot of financial programs that a person can definitely use in business.
Mhm.
Um, One of the newer ones, like for instance, the people who in the past that the new tax thing that the president put out, the I believe it's called tariff taxes.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, so I have a program where now, according to what's going on in the government, they're going to pay back, but it's going to take a year or more for them to pay it back.
Mhm.
However, if you come through me, you may get it in 2 weeks. Not the
Oh,
full thing, not the full thing. You'll
Wow.
get maybe either 80 to 90% of it back. Because we'll take
that's
that
cool.
10, we'll take that 10 or 20% ourselves, but you still get it back within 2 weeks instead of a whole year or two.
Yeah, better than
Yeah, so you give that up front and then you wait the year and then it all comes when it comes in, right? Or
Yeah,
is that
so
how
in
that
a
works?
year with
the
government.
way it works is the government promised to give it back to you within a certain period of time, which may be between a year to 3 years, where you get it back. You come to me, however, and we have a program where you can get it a lot sooner than that, within 2 weeks.
Actually,
But it won't be the
yeah,
full thing though, or it'll be a percentage of it.
So is it
yeah.
percentage and then you still get the rest, or is it just percentage and that's what you get?
You'll get a percentage, like for instance, you may not say, for instance, the between the 85% you're going to get or 90% of it you'll get. We'll keep either the 15 or 10% of it
Oh, okay. So in other words, you're getting the break
in
by getting it
advance.
faster, but then you keep the
Yeah,
bonus.
that's our
Yeah.
payout of it. That's
I
our payout
got
of it.
it. So cash
So
out
now
now,
that's
you
like,
get your cash
yeah.
instead of waiting to get gray hair, waiting for the government to do something.
Right.
Yeah. And then also we'll also do another thing too. If what if the person say they didn't want they want some of it. They don't want all of it. That's fine. You want just some of it, we'll give you some of it. Then that if they wait that period of time a little long, they change their mind, go, well, can I have this part now? Yes, we can go back and revisit it and give you the rest if you want more.
That's awesome. That's Robin, what do you think? I mean, this is just like I'm already just like all over
It's like a dream. It's like it feels like we're in Disneyland kind of sort of, You know what I mean? Like every ride is fun, right?
Yeah,
And not no roller coasters though,
yeah.
nothing scary,
Yeah, but
right?
the funny
It's all
about being
like
in an amusement park,
simple.
imagine being in an amusement park, that way you don't have to wait for the ride. As soon as you get there, you're ready to go.
Right. Oh,
Oh,
true.
That'd be
right.
really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
That's true.
Get the ticket
Yeah,
and go. That's
yeah. So
amazing. So what else?
yeah.
We got like we just got a few minutes left here to wrap this up. There's so much packed in the show here.
Yeah.
Anything you want to touch on, Cleveland, that we missed, or what's the latest that you think is exciting to talk about as we wrap this?
Well, this here may sound a little bit different because this goes into the whole stock market world.
Mhm.
But those who have $1 million worth of stock, one of the things they've also run into is that they need funds
Mhm.
to get more stock or invest in other things. But the problem has been they will have to liquidate their stock.
Oh,
But the problem that I have, you don't have to.
so you're
Oh,
leveraging? Are you leveraging?
Yeah, in other words, what they do is we're looking at your actual amount of $1 million stock. That's kind of our collateral. Even while that stock is still earning stuff, still earning more money to it. So therefore, you can come to me and you work with the people, the professional people that I have. They'll give you the loan that you need without you having to touch your stock or liquidate anything.
So that's leveraging. That's what
Yeah,
my
yeah,
I had
So
you
therefore,
should
you don't have to worry
leverage.
about that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
and on my site, I have an AI that explains the entire thing, and all they have to do is just send questions in, and I'll answer them. So I'll give it to the professionals if I can't answer it, and then from there you get the money that you need to buy whatever that stock is that you want to buy or expand. It's up to you. What if you want to use it for your business? You can.
Now, is this stock strictly stock that's in the stock market, or
Correct.
is it okay?
Correct.
So it's not any other
Yeah.
kind of assets. It's not any other
No.
kind of okay,
No. It's
just
already
strictly
yeah.
stock
Correct.
market. That's
Correct.
interesting. Holy moly! But what happens if the stock market is diving and they've already got this leverage? What happens then? What's going on?
They'll take the blunt of the deal. In other words, we will take the hit. That's how it works out.
oh, oh,
Yeah, so but the thing is that that's why the professionals, they will look and see what type of stock you have, and they will know more better if we're going to go for this one or not.
yeah.
So they're not going to be stupid and go like, oh, let's go for this one, and
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
let's
not
just
what.
choose anything and everything, right? It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And I forget at the top of my head, I forget, but I remember one of them is China. There are a few countries that are not allowed for this particular stock. I think one of them is China. A few others that are kind of questionable. countries.
because they're using our money and it's going around circles like that.
Yeah.
Probably the reason. But is everything okay?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So, well, I think we're right at the end of the time here. We're going to get a hard break here. And I just want to say thank you, Clevin, so much.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you.
It's been so informative. And
You're welcome. Thank you.
I couldn't have enjoyed it more. It's just really a pleasure to have you on. And Robin, you know.
Oh yeah, thank you, Yvonne, for creating your beautiful podcast in the first place. Never would have a space to bring people on and share their greatness, but you're amazing. I love what you're doing. Get a hold of Yvonne too as well. Reach
Thank you.
back. Got something going on, and with Clevin and Yvonne going to probably be working together. My goodness.
Yeah.
Get a hold of Clevin. Get a hold of
I have
Yvonne.
all of Clevin's
Great
information.
things are happening. So I'm sorry, Yvonne, what did you say?
I'm sorry. I was going to say we'll have all of Clevin's information in the show notes, and we'll be able to share it with everybody. And take it away, Clevin. Last word.
Well, if you need my help at any time, I'm here to serve. Just let me know.
Thank you.
Can you give your phone number, and Yvonne, you give your phone number, and we end it like that so they know? Like, can
Is that gonna be in the notes, the phone number? Or?
Yeah, but just if they're watching it, just like
okay,
it's
sure.
always good to announce it too.
My cell number is 310-999-7039.
Excellent. And of course, for Edible Home Gardens Resorts, it's 417-664-4424 for those who are looking for affordable places to stay and live on a month-to-month basis. And it's year-round, so it's open year-round. And for those who are looking to make up to 35% fixed return on their investment. And it's just a win-win. And I'm looking forward to working with Clevin on so many different projects.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, wow, what a beautiful show. Thanks for allowing me to be part of this beautiful show.
Thank you both. Thank you so much.
Clevin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Let's see.
Bye.